Unit 18. Carbon and its compounds. Lesson 20. Carbon and its compounds. We know far more compounds that contains carbon than those compounds that do not contain carbon. Carbon is the basic element in the structure of the biosphere. The biosphere is the layer of living matter that inhabits the Earth's sphere. Position of carbon in the periodic table. Carbon element has 4 valence electrons in its atom. So, it is placed in group IVA of the periodic table along with silicon, C, germanium, G, tin, Sn, and lead, Pb. Carbon is the first element of group IVA, and is the most electronegative element in the group. Sources of carbon. Carbon occurs in the atmosphere as carbon dioxide. Carbon in the form of compounds is found in all living beings, both plants and animals, as carbohydrates, fats, proteins and vitamins. These are the nutrients of living beings. Nature of carbon. The outermost orbit of a carbon atom consists of 4 electrons. It needs 4 other electrons to attain stable state. One carbon atom can bond with 4 other carbon atoms, or other elements to form a compound. Catnation. The property of carbon due to which it can form long chain of carbon, by linking with other carbon atoms with covalent bond, is called catnation. Tetravalency. The valency of carbon is 4. It can form covalent compounds with other elements by sharing 4 electrons. The carbon can form covalent compounds with oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, chlorine, etc. Allotropes of carbons. The existence of an element in more than one form in the same physical state is called allotropy. The allotropes of carbon are of 2 types, the crystalline and amorphous carbon. Diamond and graphite are crystalline carbon. Structure of diamond. The diamond crystal possesses a large number of carbon atoms. Each carbon atoms in the diamond crystal is linked to 4 other carbon atoms by strong covalent bonds. Hence, it is difficult to break diamond. Uses of diamond. When people think of diamonds, they tend to think of jewelry, such as diamond rings, earrings, or necklaces. However, as the hardest naturally occurring substance on the planet, diamonds are used for many other, commonly unknown, purposes as well. Heat sinks. A heat sink is a passive component in an electronic system that cools a device by dissipating heat into the surrounding air. Diamonds have very high thermal conductivity, which means they are excellent heat conductors. Potential future uses. In the future, diamonds may be used for surgical tools, medical devices, and prosthetic human joints. Research is being conducted into whether or not the Earth's hardest naturally occurring substance could be of any use to the medical community. Graphite. Graphite is a dark gray and soft allotropes of carbon. Amorphous carbons. Charcoal. It is the amorphous form of carbon. Wood charcoal is made by the destructive distillation of wood. Coal. Coal occurs in nature. It is formed in nature as a result of a slow decomposition of vegetable, organic, matter under the influence of heat and pressure in a limited supply of air. Coke. When coal is subjected to destructive distillation, it loses all the volatile matter, and the residue left in the retorts is called coke. Physical properties of carbon. Carbon is available in solid form. It exists in crystalline form, egg diamond and graphite, and in amorphous form, egg coal, charcoal. It doesn't dissolve in water. It can vaporize directly into from solid when heated strongly. Chemical properties of carbon. All forms of carbon react with oxygen of air to form their oxides. In a free supply of air or oxygen, carbon burns to form carbon dioxide. Organic and inorganic compounds. Organic compounds. The organic compounds are covalent compounds. Carbon has its unique property to join with other carbon atom covalently to form large carbon chain, which is called catnation property. Inorganic compounds. The compounds formed from the elements other than carbon are inorganic compounds. There are marked differences between the composition, structure and behavior of organic and inorganic compounds, which make their study as a separated branch of chemistry more meaningful.